Presented from the Aishin Broadcast Studio at Babcock's Media.
Hello and welcome again to Counterculture, presented by Counterman Magazine. I'm Jeff White, the managing editor of Counterman. When it comes to parts store inventory, it certainly does not hurt to be organized, but at some parts stores, being organized is easier said than done. Tom Dayton is a man who knows a little bit about inventory organization. He wrote about the topic for one of his monthly Counterview features on Counterman Magazine. Tom joins us now to dive further into this topic. Tom, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me again.
All right, well, let's start off with one common inventory organization mistake that you see in parts stores, and how can you avoid it?
I think one of the worst offenders that I've seen is just trying to cram too much stuff into a space. Whether it be overstock or a new part number that's been added into the inventory, having additional shelf space it's really critical for not having stuff mixed up and jumbled and damaging product in some cases.
Now, when you hire a new employee or you're training a new employee, what is your process to train them to understand and maintain your system of organization?
One of the first things that we do is we start with a tour of the inventory. It lets the person know where we're putting stuff. In our case, we use a bin system, so they have to get used to the sort of map of the layout, know where each of these locations is. So when it comes time to stock parts or pick parts, or even to do an inventory later on, to know where these things are supposed to be and how they're stored.
Now, we know that the advances in technology continue to evolve in the world of parts management. What tools or technologies, if any, have helped you improve your warehouse layout or your part retrieval efficiency?
Well, after 30 years in the industry, I'm still kind of old school. When I laid out my latest parts department, I actually did it with graph paper and drafting tools by hand. If you were going to do something like that these days, most people would use like a CAD program, or I've even seen some really great design, interior design layout programs through like home improvement stores, things like that. So as far as getting layout done, there's all sorts of architectural inspired things that you could do to set up a floor plan that really works. As far as technologies, a lot of places are using a scan gun for barcode, either for the SKU itself or also warehouse locations. So using the technology there really can help to pinpoint where things are, how many you have, and really maintain your inventory. One other thing that's at everybody's disposal generally is reports. You have stocking reports telling you how much product you have or how much product you normally keep. Reports on movement are actually something that's underutilized a lot of places. If you know that you're selling something day after day after day, and you've got it stored in the back corner of your warehouse, you're putting in extra steps.
Right.
I'm not exactly a lazy man, but if I'm selling dually brake rotors every day and I have them at the far corner of my warehouse, that's a lot of steps with a lot of weight, time after time after time.
Right.
I'm going to put that stuff close by because I'm selling it a lot and I'm moving.
You want to work smarter, not harder.
Absolutely.
All right. So when you have seasonal inventory changes, what's your strategy for managing them? We're talking winter-related parts or summer maintenance items.
I think one of the best things that you can do is to really forecast your need for these products before you stock them. Ideally, at the end of a season, you want to be pretty much sold out of the product instead of having to store it over the season. If you're in a situation where you can send seasonal stock back to your DC, that's inventory dollars that you don't have to sit on over a season. You can use that money to put in other things that are selling better or the next season's merchandise. When it comes to storing that stuff, anything you do have to store, if you have a common area dedicated to seasonal products, you can rotate the spring stuff for the winter stuff, et cetera, et cetera. But one location lets everybody know all the seasonal goes here, no matter what season it is. So if you do happen to have an early bird that in the middle of spring decides that he's going to get a jump on plow season and not wait until there's 3 feet of snow to buy that trip spring that he broke last winter, you'll know where it is.
Right.
Not taking up a lot of space, but you know where the product is.
Lots of good advice. Thanks for sharing it. Tom Dayton, the parts manager at the Dave Warren Auto Group in Jamestown, New York. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for watching this latest episode of Counterculture. More episodes can be seen on the Counterman YouTube channel as well as the Counterman website. We'll see you next time.